to 70 and beyond today because yesterday my my book launched on Thursday with the big launch party, which was absolutely amazing. Thank you to Marcy and Leslie and Lori and Tracy for joining me on a really, really fun event. And then yesterday we watched as to when the unthinkable happens, be prepared, be ready, grow and become higher in the rankings and higher in the rankings. And I'm so happy and grateful that it made it to #1 in new releases in survival and emergency preparedness. And it made it to bestseller status in all three categories. So I am just overwhelmed and over thrilled that that happened. You know, a lot of times when I'm on this to 70 and beyond, I talk a lot about gratitude. I talk a lot about how it takes a tribe. I don't care, or a village. I don't care how old you are. Well, I had a village surround me with love and putting out money for a book yesterday. And that's the only reason that that happened. So I want to take just a minute here, and I've got a message at the end of this. So I want to take a minute, first of all, and thank all the beautiful people on my team. Anna, Mimi, Michael, Elaine, all of you played such an important role in making this happen. Michelle, I forgot Michelle. And then I want to do a special shout out to all of my Woman Up and all of my awesome female friends. Thank you so much for helping me achieve this goal. That this book I've been wanting to write for over 20 years. And it is a book that is going to save lives. It's going to save money on property. It's going to save destruction. And it's also going to help us on the journey of reducing our carbon footprint. So I am more than excited to say that it's going to be, we had it at $9.99. I'm going to extend it through the weekend in case any of you have not had a chance to go on and get the book. You get 3 bonuses. You get a form that's called the emergency contact form that you can write out all the emergency numbers you need to have. You also receive a little booklet called Make a Plan, Do the Plan. And it gives you the guidelines for your home as well as for your business and for your mindset. And then it has links to some of the important organizations that you need to have. So all of that is bonuses. And then you also, if you are interested, you will get a 30% discount on my certification program. And if you don't want it, pass it on to somebody else. You can gift it off. And by the way, these 2 forms, if you work with the consumer or if you work with small businesses, please share those forms out, put your name on them, own them, because you are going to become the superhero in your community. The book is also available if you want to brand it. So, okay, that's the end of my plug. You can go on to Amazon. Just go on Connie, C-O-N-I, Myers, M-E-Y-E-R-S, or put in When the Unthinkable Happens, Be Prepared, Be Ready, and you will find the book. All right. Now I really want to spend some time talking about what it was like to go through that experience. First of all, I've often said, because this is my 6th book, that it's like having a 30-pound baby. And believe you me, because of the importance of this book and how long I've wanted to write it, it was more like a 60-pound baby. It was like, okay, can I really do this? And it was exhilarating. It was terrifying. It was all of those things. But at the end of the day, I woke up this morning, and the first thing I felt was just numb. And I still have a long day to go today to continue to promote the book. But I woke up, I felt numb. And I reached out to somebody. I said, I'm just feeling numb. And she called me on the phone and she said, okay, let's have a conversation about this. You always talk about visioning. You always talk about how to move forward. And she says, so you had a major crystalline moment yesterday. And I said, yes, I did. And she says, where are you in the rankings? And where are you in the rankings with some of your other books? So you can now say that you are an international bestseller, a #1 bestseller, and you're a bestseller in self-help, motivation, #1 in new releases, #1 in leadership, a #1 in personal transformation and business ethics. All of those are things that I have achieved over the last almost 10 years, basically. And again, I wouldn't be able to do it without the people that are surrounding me and the love that they show. So to all of you, a deep, wonderful thank you. I'm going to get emotional. I truly want all of you to know that if you create a vision, and the vision you can't go to a vision, you have to come from it. And then you have to own it. You have to sensorize it. And, Trisha was talking to me, and Trisha was absolutely the most amazing strategist that I could have possibly have partnering with me on this. So Trisha, special thanks out to you. So we were talking, and I always teach that you have to come from a vision. So you create the vision. I'm so happy and grateful that my book was going to be a #1 best-selling book, and that it's going to transpire and it's going to change lives. And then I had a whole page-long vision. I'm not going to recite the whole thing, but the bottom line is, and then you say this or something better still. And then that's the beginning. Now, step into that. What do you look like? How are you leading? What are you doing to step into that vision? And you actually physically put yourself there. If you have to put on a costume, put on a costume. And then you anchor that. Do something like tap your forehead or clap your hands or yes. And I do a lot of yeses. So making that happen is really, really important. Then you sensorize it. What does it feel like? Well, I can tell you this morning, it feels like a beautiful warm day on the beach. What does it sound like? It sounds like one of my favorite pieces of music, Paco Bell, Canon. What does it feel like? Love. I feel surrounded by love. What does it taste like? Oh, it tastes like the most delicious creme brulee that I've ever had. And what does it look like? Lots of people being transformed because they are prepared and they create a resiliency mindset. So that is how you create a vision. And then what you do, the little secret is you write it down because that engages all factors of the brain. And then you put it in your cell phone. That's my little secret. You put it in your cell phone, and then every day you listen to it. And I create a 3-year vision, a 1-year vision, a 6-month vision, and then a monthly vision, and then I create a daily vision. Okay, what is the end of the day going to look like? Well, I'm going to tell you today is going to include some relaxation, and after I get done continuing to market the book. But this afternoon, I'm going to take some time off, maybe go have some late lunch with a friend or something like that, just to celebrate and celebrate what has happened. That's the other thing. You have to be grateful, but you also have to celebrate all the itsy bitsy successes. At the beginning of the day, there was a little bit of a glitch because this was a second edition of the book and the other edition was still on there and I couldn't get it off. We resolved that problem. And so there's always little glitches along the way, but there's always gifts in those little glitches. Those are those crystalline moments where you say, okay, what is the gift? Well, the bottom line is there was a book up before that had people buying it. And so I had to find a way of getting that off. So anyway, find the gifts in everything that you do. And for me today, really, truly, the message only is thank you to all you beautiful people in my life. I love you dearly. And I could not be more grateful for having you all there for me. And whatever I can do to help you, I will be in your corner 100%. All right. I love you all. I love you dearly. Please have a beautiful, beautiful week. And next week, I'm going to go back to the 10 of the success strategies by the 11 most top female leaders in real estate. Now, that's not exactly the title, but it gets the message across. I'll be back with one of them because there are amazing ladies in Bernice Ross's article. All right, everybody, have a beautiful day. I love you dearly, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye now.